Deep beneath the shade of a mighty oak tree, a tiny acorn lay quietly on the ground. To anyone passing by, it seemed insignificant, small, ordinary, and easily forgotten. One day, as the wind gently rolled it across the soil, the acorn looked up at the towering oak and sighed. "I wish I could be like that tree," it thought. "Strong, tall, admired by everyone. But I'm just a little acorn." Days passed. The acorn watched birds build nests in the oak's branches. It watched travelers rest beneath its shade. It watched children play around its trunk. The more it watched, the smaller it felt. "What difference can I make?" the acorn wondered. Then an old gardener walking by noticed the acorn and picked it up. Holding it in his hand, he smiled and said, "You don't know it yet, little one, but there is an entire forest hidden inside you." The acorn was confused. "A forest? Inside me? I'm just one acorn." The gardener planted it in the ground and covered it with soil. At first, the acorn felt buried, forgotten, and alone. The darkness was uncomfortable. The pressure was heavy. The waiting seemed endless. Many times it wished to return to the surface. But what the acorn did not understand was that growth often begins in places where no one can see. Slowly, roots began to form. Then a tiny shoot pushed upward. Day after day, season after season, the acorn grew. Storms came. Winds blew. The scorching sun beat down. Yet the little acorn kept growing. Years passed. The tiny acorn became a young tree. Then a strong tree. Then a mighty oak. Birds nested in its branches. Families rested beneath its shade. Travelers found comfort under its shelter. One day, as the great oak looked across the landscape, it noticed hundreds of young oak trees growing nearby. It suddenly realized something amazing. The gardener had been right. Inside one acorn was not just a tree. Inside one acorn was the potential for an entire forest. And at that moment, the oak understood a powerful truth. Never judge your future by your present size. The greatest things often begin as the smallest seeds. The dreams God places within you may seem impossible today. You may feel unnoticed. You may feel buried by challenges. You may wonder whether your efforts matter. But remember this. A seed is never buried to die. A seed is planted to grow. What looks like a setback may actually be preparation. What feels like darkness may be the place where your roots are being strengthened. And just like the acorn, if you remain faithful through the seasons of growth, one day you will stand tall and become a blessing to others. Because greatness is not determined by where you start. Greatness is determined by what God has placed inside you. Never underestimate the power of a small beginning. For inside every acorn, there is a forest waiting to emerge. Never judge your future by your present size. For more inspirational stories, please subscribe to this channel. Lanterns of Tomorrow.